What's up, y'all? Good day. I feel like I look like an Indian Don Dada, the Don Gargan. My name is Anoushka, and I'm a meditation integration coach. I'm a poet, and I'm a philosopher. And today I want to talk to y'all about the unity of human beings. And particularly, we're going to specifically talk about race and how Rastas, Rastafarians from Jamaican culture, and Indians, Punjabi Indians, and gurus called sadhus are from the similar collective. And I'm going to start with this. What I'm going to start with is, if you notice, a lot of sacred people who are connected to a higher realm of consciousness from this reality, even really spiritual, religious figures, a lot of them have their crown covered, right? So let's go back to the Punjabis. You know, Sikhs, they have their hair covered. Rastafaris, Jewish. You know, when you go to Catholic church, a lot of ladies, they'd wear the lace on their head. And so that's just a reference point to show when you connect with a consciousness that is bigger than us in the form of whether it has a mono deity or a multiple deity or no deity at all, but rather understanding just the cosmos, because that's what religion is all about. It's sharing the spirituality and it's sharing this reality of the cosmos in different forms. I love this meme that is that's going around right now, and it has Krishna, it has Jesus, and it has Buddha, and they're like, all right, fam, who's going down next? Like, that's what it's about. So in particular, I want to show y'all what the connection is between that and how Punjabis just reminded me of like the warrior type with you know, as part of their knife, their huge fighting knife is part of their culture, and carrying a knife is part of their culture as well. And that resembles even with very much the Rastafari culture and eating well. Although Punjabis do eat dairy, a lot of it, but Rastafari don't. But it's the general idea. And if you see the similarities in that context and where we all come from, which is Africa, which is the Dravidian culture, as part of it, right? If you go down south in India, they're very much darker skinned, and I'm literally just by the equator, a little bit lower than that. So I'm not south, but I'm like south, and that part. So I believe that at one point we were Pangea. Some people don't believe it. I'm not sure. It really depends. Some people like think the word is flat. That's a whole different story. I've yet to come to my own conclusion about that. However, right now, I always refer to Dravidian, and even in my poetry, I'll talk about Dravidian culture, and what that means is my people, where I'm from, is Goa. It's Goa, and if you draw a line straight from Djibouti all the way into Goa, you will see the connection of how it's together, and the similarity in the people, the color, the experiences, and some of the traits, physical attributes as well, like, you know, the wrapping of the hair and things like that. Although I do understand that the reason why locks began with when Haile Selassie was in Ethiopia. I'm very well aware of that, but also know the sacredness of all of that in regards to wrapping the hair. A lot of people in visual cultures, like, you know, wrapping the crown, it allows to hold the sun energy within. It's also what you practice on a day-to-day experience. Interesting, as I talk about the sun, it's like beaming upon me. So that is my experience. In regard to being Indian, I very much love being Indian. And I also have a lot of flavor because I'm from different parts of the world. I live in the Middle East. I was, I grew up with a lot of Filipinos. I grew up with a lot of Iranians, Lebanese, East Africans. And so, and then coming here, growing up with a lot of African Americans, African Canadians, Jamaicans, and a lot of Polish in high school as well. So I have a whole range of experience. And I feel like that was just definitely one of my experiences to share as a mentor, and what unity means and what peace is, and how I come on this earth and share my experience of peace. And so in my poems, you will be hearing a lot about Dravidian culture. So now what Dravidian is basically before the Aryans came into Aryans, or the North Europeans, came into India, and definitely affected the economy and the trade and the experience of what living in India was like, right? That happens. Nomad tribes move along and things like that. It was definitely on the more colonistic side, and that's where you have a separation of Northern Indian and Southern Indian. It's a different style, it's a different temperature, different skin color. And I always identify as Indian, but I'm all over the world as well. Like, I love my melanin. I really, really do. And I'm all of my melanin, but I'm more than that as well, Like, I'm so much more than this beautiful, luscious skin, and I love it at the same time. And that's the balance that I feel will bring peace on the world, right? I feel like sometimes there's this issue of us over-identifying ourselves with our race. And now I'm not going to say it's a problem if you feel so comfortable, like, this is me, this is who, from the death till I die, like, like your country everywhere, that's good for you, right? I applaud you, awesome. What I'm saying is sometimes, like, you might not even date another person because of their culture, and their soul might be everything, And so that limits us in regards to uniting, and not necessarily in like an intimate way, but also in regards to having come together as the human race that we are. I would love to hear your topic on what I'm saying. I think I started with Goa, but I didn't really finish. So back in Goa, the village people look like me. We look like we're from down south India, like from where the alligators are, but we're not. It's just because we're really close to the equator. We got coconuts, pretty tropical out there. That's why I see the similarity and the polarity of, and what Dravidian culture is literally Black nomads traveling into India and settling there. And then, as you go up north, there's not as much sun, your hair changes, like the Charles Darwin-ish kind of thing. I slightly believe in Charles Darwin and the experience of you are acclimate to your surroundings. I definitely won't say that's the only thing, but definitely appreciate Charles Darwin for that. The Galapagos finches. What? That was my shit, y'all. That was my shit. Anywho, yeah, so I say I'm Dravidian, I say I'm Indian. I'm also from the Middle East. So I appreciate culture a lot. And so I know one of my purposes here is to really be present and communicate that, relate that, bring it together, share that, what conflict resolution is about, and how we build that within us and within our peers as well. So thank you so much for listening. I talk about all things philosophy, meditation, and infinity. I love mixing spirituality and integrating into our day-to-day life in our physical reality. So I love the balance of honoring our human body, honoring our human existence, simultaneously honoring the cosmos that exists within us and above us and around us. So thank you. By the way, if you're interested, okay, I got 3 spots available for my one-on-one private coaching. It's a 12-month program because it's going to be bomb. It's going to be me and you on a monthly basis, 4 sessions a month, and unlimited audio coaching. And we break this shit down. What I mean is we look at what's stopping you from living your life that you want to live right now. And like going in there, going deep, having safe space to be able to talk about things like this. Sometimes I feel like we put extra walls up and these things are not said out loud. And so having that communication and that ability to talk is everything. So it's everything for yourself, even to talking out and understanding your own emotions and love and intelligence. I love you so much. I see God in you. Thank you for every being that's aided in my life journey, my life lesson. In this lesson is what I'm sharing. Peace.